All right. Thank you.
Okay, so we begin with the first numerical, which is to calculate the specific weight, the density, and the specific gravity of 1 liter of liquid, which weighs 7 Newton. So first of all, you have to notice the given data, which is the weight 7 Newton and the 1 liter of liquid. As we're going to use SI units, so it is recommended to convert the liter to meter cube, and we know 1 liter is 1 decimeter cube, and deci is 10 to the power minus 1. So decimeter cube is 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. Or the other way to remember it, that 1 liter is 1000 centimeter cube. So if you have any one of the two, you can convert very easily. So actually, we are going to use this conversion very very time, and it is recommended that you remember it. So specific weight, this is actually weight per unit volume, and the weight is 7 Newton and volume is 10 to the power minus 3. So we get 7,000 Newton per meter cube. And we know the relationship of density with the specific weight, that specific weighted density into gravitational acceleration. So just rearranging for density, we will get, I'm talking about this formula. Let me highlight it. This formula. This is actually specific weight is equal to density into gravitational acceleration. So density is specific weight over gravitational acceleration. You can use both symbol gamma or omega, any of the symbol for a specific weight, it doesn't matter. And the unit of density is kg per meter cube. Specific gravity, this can be the ratio of the density of the liquid to density of water at 4 degrees centigrade, which is 1000. As we have done over here, the density of liquid, which I have just computed, is 713.5 to density of water, which is 1000. So we get 0.7135. Or the other way around could be that you could use the ratio of their specific weight. So specific weight for the liquid is 7,000 to the specific weight of water, that is 9810. So if you make a calculation, kindly take out your calculators and take this ratio, and it must be the same 0.7135. So I'm going to give you a minute to make these calculations. So the next numerical is to calculate the density, specific weight, and weight of 1 liter of petrol having specific gravity 0.7. So this is basically the same numerical, the similar way we have to solve it, but you have to make reverse calculation. Initially weight was given and then you have to calculate specific gravity, but now specific gravity is given and it has been asked to calculate weight, density, and specific weight. So volume is 1 liter, which is 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, and specific gravity is 0.7. So this is known. So in order to calculate the density, we are actually going to use the relationship of specific gravity with density. We know specific gravity S is a ratio of the density of liquid to density of water. So rearranging it for density of the liquid, we'll get S into the density of water, which is 1000. So 0.7 into 1000, we get 700 kg per meter cube. You should always remember the units, which is kg per meter cube for density. Now to calculate the specific weight, gamma or omega, you can use any of the symbol. We know specific weight is density into gravitational acceleration, rho g. So 700 into 9.81, we get 6867 Newton per meter cube. So I believe all of you at least are having calculator in your hands and making the calculations. the least you can do. Or it is recommended to have a paper pen and make the calculations. Then the weight, as we know, specific weight, it is a ratio of weight per unit volume. So weight is specific weight into volume. So from here you can get your final answer, the weight. So let's see the third numerical. If the velocity distribution over a plate is given by u is equal to 2 by 3y minus y square, in which u is the velocity in meter per second at a distance y meter above the plate, determine the shear stress. So here they have asked you to determine the shear stress. Determine the shear stress at y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0.15 meter. Take the dynamic viscosity of fluid as 8.63 poise. So the given data is the expression of u, the velocity, which is 2 by 3y minus y square. As we are aware of the Newton's law of viscosity, which states that the shear stress, this is equal to uh, dynamic viscosity into rate of shear strain, that is tau is equal to mu du over dy. So u is given, so we have to determine du over dy. Simply take the derivative of u. We know derivative of y is 1, so it will be 2 by 3 into 1, and derivative of y square is 2y. So the first, or you can say the most important part, is to determine this expression. So this is from your basics. I believe everyone could do it. Now they've asked us that y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0.15. So this means that you have to plug in the value of y 2 times. First is when y is equal to 0, like over here, and the other time when y is equal to 0.15. So simply put the y value and you will get 0.667 and 0.367. Now the dynamic viscosity, it was given 8.63 poise. We know poise is from the smaller system of units, so its value is bigger, and we know the conversion factor is 10. We have to determine the value in Newton second per meter square because we are using SI units. So the poise value should be bigger, so it has to be divided by 10 to convert it to Newton second per meter square. So 1 Newton second per meter square is 10 poise. You can always remember this conversion unit. And so this is an important part to convert the viscosity to SI units from poise to Newton second per meter square. So once the given data is written and the values are computed in the required system of units, you can determine the shear stress T naught at y is equal to 0. Dynamic viscosity into dO dy y value with value of shear rate of shear 0.667, and for y is equal to 0.15. Now this time the value would be 0.367, so you get the shear stress. So you can basically see that as the distance it increases, the shear stress value, it has reduced. So the fourth numerical is a plate of 0.025 millimeter distant from a fixed plate moves at 60 centimeter per second and requires a force of 2 Newton per meter square. So from here you can see it is Newton per meter square. The units they dictate that it is stress. Newton per meter square is a stress unit. So it is shear stress basically. So Newton per meter square is a shear stress to maintain the speed. So determine the fluid viscosity between the plates. So we have a fixed plate, a static plate, and on the top of which we have a liquid whose viscosity is to be determined, and on top of it, a plate, it is moving with a shear stress of 2 Newton per meter square. So we are going to use the same formula. This shear stress is equal to mu d over dy. So kindly take out your paper and pen and try to make these calculations. I'm not going to allow anyone without the correct username. Now here, Abdi Rahim, he was not in the session earlier, so I'm not going to allow him. All right, so come back to the numerical. So dy, it is 0.025 millimeter. So just convert it to meters because we're using SI units. So conversion of the values, it is most important. And the velocity of the upper plate is 60 centimeter per second, which is 0.6 meter per second. And the force is 2 Newton per meter square. So this is actually the shear stress. So as in the formula, you can see it is du. Du is change of velocity. That is final velocity minus initial velocity. So it is u minus 0, which is equal to u, which is 0.6 meter per second. So this is actually just confusing, you guys. You could simply remember that du, if it is not given that the change of velocity is there from this speed to this, if two values are not mentioned, only one is given, so you can simply take it equal to u. We had already computed dy, 0.025 10 to minus 3 meters. And shear stress, it is simply rewriting of the same data which we have written earlier. So now plug in all these values in this formula and rearrange it to determine the dynamic viscosity. The units here will be Newton second per meter square. So we have value 8.33 10 to minus 5 Newton second per meter square. And in order to convert it to poise, we will have to multiply it by 10. As you know, the value in poise is greater. So it has to be multiplied by 10. So we get 8.33 to the minus 4 poise. So I'm going to give you a minute to solve this. You do not need to write the statement. This is also already provided to you. You do not need to write any data or anything. Just simply write the known data in with the help of the abbreviation which you are using, and simply write the formula and plug in all the values, make the calculations very quickly in the rough work, you can say, because the solution already provided to you. I have provided these slides. A flat plate of area 1.5 × 10⁶ millimeter square is pulled with a speed of 0.4 meter per second relative to another plate located at a distance of 0.15 millimeter from it. So basically, you can imagine the shape similar as we have seen in the previous numerical. You have two plates, and between them we have a fluid. Those plates are 0.15 millimeter from one another, and the upper plate is being pulled with a speed of 0.4 meter per second, and the area of the plate is 1.5 × 10⁶ millimeter square. You have to determine the force and the power which is required to maintain the speed. If the fluid separating them is having viscosity of 1 poise. Now in this numerical, this is similar to the previous one. Now here the viscosity is given to you and it is asked to determine the force. You know, shear stress is force per unit area. Area is also given. So simply we have to use the same formula. You can imagine the same figure, and we have to determine the force first and then the power which is required to maintain the speed. So let's look at the given data first. The area of the plate in millimeter square, so converted to meter square. So 1.5 meter square. The speed of the plate relative to another plate. So it is given that the plate is pulled with a speed of 0.4 meter per second relative to another plate. So it means that it is given du. So du is 0.4 meter per second. Distance between the plate, it is 0.15 millimeter converted to meters. And viscosity, it is 1 poise, which is 0.1 Newton second per meter square. So this was the given data. Now use this Newton's law of viscosity, the formula. This should be now remembered by heart. Just plug in all the values and determine the shear stress. Hopefully it will come out to be same. And the units of shear stress are Newton per meter square. Now the force is shear stress into area. So it come out to be 400 Newton. And the last part is to determine power. As you know, power is work per unit time. So it is work over time. Work is force into the distance. So distance over time is velocity. So power is force into velocity. And its units are watts.